Scientists at the world's largest physics lab have clocked subatomic particles travelling faster than light.
We would like to be very prudent at the moment. We would like just to say that we made a measurement, this measurement is accurate, and therefore we would leave to the entire community, which is actually the goal of this seminar today.
In 2011, scientists at the CERN lab in Switzerland made a discovery which changed the face of modern science. They found a particle which travelled faster than the speed of light, something which was thought to be impossible according to the elemental laws of physics. Even now, the mechanisms behind this discovery are not yet fully clear.
I would like to point out that the claim presently is only that, a claim. It hasn't been corroborated or proven.
This discovery violates Einstein's theory. I mean, can you imagine how big this is?
As for actually managing to send a neutrino back in time, I don't know where that might have been done. Certainly not at CERN and not at our own Daresbury laboratory, certainly not at Chartwell Bank.
While making this film, we went to Manchester to visit the man whose research went beyond anything imaginable. But when we met Professor Harry Gordon, we realised a different story entirely was unfolding before us. What makes this man tick? A man with the expectations of the world of science on his shoulders.
제가 어떻게 생각을 하냐고요? 저는 지금 이 자리에서 아무 교수님이나 지금 얘기하는 건 아닙니다. 제가 지금 얘기하는 과학자는 고이든 교수님입니다. 따라서 저는 일단은 결과를 봐야 되겠지만 저는 매우 긍정적으로 확신합니다.
It was immediately clear that he was going to be one of the more leading scientists here at CERN, and he's certainly borne out that expectation over the years.
I can certainly see why you people are so interested in it. I mean, faster than light, goodbye relativity, hello time travel, but the reality is always going to be a little bit more slow and steady than that, I suppose. And there are devils in the detail, and there's plenty of detail, and there may well be plenty of devil.
Hi. It's James. Harry Gordon. Well, come in. Welcome to my home. It's a little bit untidy at the moment. Go through to the living room, shall we? Since the discovery at CERN, I've been looking into the possibility of time travel. I've submitted some papers for peer review to the scientific community, and I should be hearing back on the results of those anytime soon. Media interest since the discovery has been enormous. I've even been recognised in the street by a student, mind you, physics student. Never mind. But there's just so much more that I have to do. There's lots more to finish off, particularly in the next 3 weeks. But I'm looking forward to more interviews, of course. This is the most in-depth interview I've done so far. Well, it's the discovery of this particular neutrino, which travels faster than the speed of light. As I said before, it's what's led me to look at the possibilities of time travel, but in particular, sending packets of information back through time to a point earlier than predicted. To be able to control that would be incredible. Of course, again, as I said before, I need that to be confirmed by my colleagues, some of whom have been referring to me as the Doctor. Not that I'll be jumping into a TARDIS anytime soon, of course. We live in a world of endless possibilities. As physicists, we marvel and wonder at the world and the universe around us. If we focus on that, then why shouldn't time travel be possible? So, of course, when I say string theory, what I'm actually referring to is the CERN opera paradox. Einstein's special theory of relativity still applies in the four-dimensional universe in which we live. String theory, however, conceives of that four-dimensional universe as being a brane, and the speed of light within that brane is a constant. But when I say brane, I don't mean brain as in brain, I mean brain as in membrane, or sheet, if you will. So the speed of light within that brane is a constant, and the path travelled from CERN to Gran Sasso is a fixed distance. Therefore, the time it takes the neutrinos to travel across that distance should, in theory, be longer than that required by a photon or a particle of light. Imagine that this is a neutrino, okay? However, if we apply string theory, it may just be possible that the neutrinos travel out of our brain into the next, bounce back into ours, and arrive at Gran Sasso sooner than expected. In this kind of fashion. Out and back in, okay? Faster than photons do, faster than the speed of light. Now, of course, we know very little about what goes on outside our brains. But the thing with neutrinos is that they are perfect for this because they are so unreactive and inert. This is why we refer to them as the antisocial particle. Yes, the antisocial particle. Obviously, it's another thing entirely to predict the path that these things will travel, but since the discoveries at CERN, that's what I've been working towards. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I think I can make other particles, particularly information, behave in the same manner as a quint, a neutrino, and therefore I can send messages through time faster than the speed of light. But that's what I think I've discovered, a way to control that. Do you follow me? Do you see? My tea's getting cold. Shall we? Obviously, I mean, in my world, you're constantly being told you're wrong. It's part of science. Nothing can be proven until it can't be disproven.
하지만은 우리는 아직 그 단계까지 와 있다고 생각하진 않아요. 일단은 다시 한번 말씀드리지만은 더 검증이 돼야 되겠지만은 우리는 여기서 새로운 아인슈타인을 보고 있는 걸 수도 있어요.
A huge pressure, an enormous pressure. It's intense. Your reputation, your integrity, your personal life, your mind, your mind. Well, your mind has to travel above and beyond to discover the unimaginable. I mean, it can get lost in the ether, you know, but we have to persevere. We have to carry on at all costs.
I'm reminded of something that T.S. Eliot wrote. Between the idea and the reality falls the shadow. And right now there's a number of shadows that we have to look at.
Imagine being able to send messages from the future back to yourself. The sheer possibilities. I mean, surely everyone has had one of those moments where they could have done with a heads up. Some more than others.
I can't imagine the impact that this will have on him. You lot coming into his life, for example. He'll have to get used to that, no doubt.
What would I do? What would I do? There's hundreds of people who support the research, you know, far less than there are who doubt it, of course.
No, who supports you?
Who supports me? I'm sorry, I can't carry on. I can't do this. I can't do this. Why don't you follow me into my workshop? Maybe I can explain a bit more about my theories. This is my workshop. This is where I've been formulating my ideas and my theories. And if you look here, these are what I was trying to describe to you earlier. These are the membranes, different universes, and the space between is the D5, the fifth dimension, which is where the neutrinos travel across, you see. Now, this is the classical equation for the speed of light, basically, and the time it takes neutrinos to travel. This is where I've taken things. So I'm saying that the neutrinos travel faster than the speed of light into the D5 velocity. And these are my workings out. This is what I've used to get to here, you see, to try to explain why
told
those
us all this before,
things...
though, Harry. What's all this about in here? What is all this for?
Well, it's this is my work. This is what I've been explaining to you. This is my theory on why it's possible to time travel. Well, not time travel, but to send information back to a point earlier in time than expected. That's what it's about. I mean,
do you think this is healthy though? Working out here, I mean, it doesn't look healthy.
I don't see what healthy has to do with it. I mean, you know, healthy, would it be any more or less healthy for me to work in an office in a laboratory? I mean, this is the space where I'm inspired. This is my work area. This is where I formulate my ideas.
Research though, Harry. I mean, you're focusing all this on quite specific things. Claire is mentioned quite a lot in your calculations.
No. Claire has nothing to do with this. You must leave Claire out of this. Claire has nothing to do with this. I would have come to these conclusions anyway without. Claire's not the focus here. The focus is my work. It's the importance of
Claire, though, Harry. Who is Claire? I mean, is she a woman in the pictures?
Yes, Claire's the woman in the picture. Claire was my wife. Claire is my wife. But please, look, Claire has nothing to do with this.
It seems like she does, though, Harry. I mean, you're focusing...
Can you leave Claire out of this, please? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? Yeah. Look, Claire's gone, okay? Claire's dead. But that has no reflection on what I'm trying to do. I mean, all I want to do is to be able to send information.
A little bit, though. I mean,
yeah, no. Well, no, I mean, why would it compromise my work? It's just. I mean, all I want to do is just to be able to send. Just to send information back. Just 30 seconds is all I need. Yeah, as I said, 3 weeks, it's a short window, and that's all I have. I mean, but just to be able to send just 30 seconds, that's just, I mean, maybe it would make no difference, but she would still be here. Just 30 seconds. I'm sorry.
down at the pearly gates. This will be on my videotape, my videotape. And if a star